watch us live, but it also just makes it easier to have a recording. We'll decide in the new year if we'll keep doing this or not.
Can we play it after? Can we all play it? Play the service again?
Yeah, you could go to our YouTube channel, UU Catskills, and all the services since March are there.
Oh, wow.
So you could go back if there's a particular favorite you had and you want to rewatch. I encourage you to do that.
And I can send it to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, everyone. I don't know what version I want to do this morning. I want to be able to see people until I'm ready to share my screen. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. And how is everyone this fine, still snowed in morning or snowy-ish morning? I am the Reverend Dr. Leonisa Artizone, minister here. When I say here, I mean here in the grand sense of the universe, here at the UU Congregation of the Catskills, practically in Kingston, New York, but theoretically anywhere now, thanks to the uh, invention of Zoom. Thank you for joining us for our online worship today. We're going to, as I say every week, just a reminder, this is what we're doing for a while. So please be sure to participate and invite friends or family or encourage other members of the congregation who maybe haven't been attending online and tell them it's really great. Come, get them to come. So whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. As I always ask is if there are new people in the room, the virtual room, please, and you want to learn more about what we're doing, of course, you can always go to our website, but if you want to throw your email address into the chat box, that's the surest way that we can keep you posted on what's happening at UU Catskills. If you are visiting today, I'm just going to let you know that Unitarian Universalism is a unique religious faith that carries no creed, but is rather guided by 7 principles and 6 sources. To learn more about Unitarian Universalism, you can visit uucatskills.org, where we have links to our Unitarian Universalist Association and our own takes on how we live into these 7 principles. I'm going to begin a slideshow for you all. And okay, so we are UU Catskills. We live into these 7 principles at UU Catskills by supporting the movement for Black lives, by addressing climate change, by supporting our immigrant siblings, by partnering with the Ulster Immigrant Defense Network, and working for the rights of our LGBTQ siblings.
Should be muted.
I'll just remind again to stay muted till we have time for unmuting. Okay, a few announcements. This is my weekly plug for our UU Catskills community circles. I know now that I'm pretty sure Kathy and Christy have informed everyone of what circle they're in, and we are moving. Look at these photos of autumn, so beautiful. We are moving most of our community circles to online format. We have 3 set up for 2 set up for next week and more coming. So please, the coordinators of each group, and if there is no coordinator, would someone consider stepping up just so we can have some online time together throughout the winter to stay connected. This week, I want to remind everyone of our fundraisers that we have happening. So if you would like to get gift cards, we have Mother Earth gift cards and Adams. You can send Jerry Lynn a note about that or call her. And we are still doing our solstice fundraiser to get everyone not only to solar power, but to also help fund the work at the UU Catskills. And Jenny Giddy is the person to speak to about that. And we are about to make an order for the Racial Healing Handbook. If you sent me a note last week, you are on the list, but I'm just announcing again that if you are interested in reading the Racial Healing Handbook and or being involved in our discussions beginning in January around this book, please put your name in the chat so we can order one for you. What we're doing is we spoke to the publisher and they are giving us a deep discount for a bulk order. So the book is normally just about $25 and we're getting it for around $14 a piece. So I would like to just make the order before the holidays so that we get them right in January and we can begin reading and studying. And like I said, no pressure to join a group. If you'd rather do this first on your own and then join us, that would be fine. But put it in the chat that you would like a racial healing handbook. Yeah, and I think we put it also in the update so you can hopefully do that. Okay, so this week at UU Catskills, we are paring things down. We are all taking some rest. Today, I believe we're having our grief support group at 4 o'clock. We have no other weekly events, but on Thursday, it is our Christmas Eve service. And our hope, plan, aspiration is to do it out of doors on our front lawn with the option of staying in your cars. And we will also Zoom it. Now, I've been watching the weather and Catherine and I got to figure out a backup plan. So just make sure you read your weekly update or go to the website to know what we're doing for Christmas Eve. We are also not having services next Sunday. We're giving the entire worship team a break. I encourage you to use that day to rest, maybe read a wonderful poem, light your own chalice, and just, I don't know, take some time for yourself. And then we'll be back in January. And I just want to remind everyone, and I'll say this again at the end of service, is that stay connected. We know that the next few weeks can be a tough one. There's a lot going on, and a lot of us are not able to see our people the way we normally do, and we might be a little blue. So please check in on one another. We belong to each other. I also want to just remind you, if you are confounded by Zoom or even like Zoom but have questions, maybe you love Zoom but you want to be better at it, we are going to do another round of Zoom training. No matter your skill level, we encourage you. So that will be posted in the January newsletter, and we're going to do a couple of trainings. We did 2 already and they were super fun and we learned a lot together. So don't be afraid. Come play technology with us. I also just wanted to thank everyone who came to our holiday online party. I grabbed a quick screenshot. Thanks to Geraldine, we did some trivia. We sang along. Thanks to Catherine and Ella. We shared our favorite ornaments. Most of us wore goofy hats or something like that. It was very fun. So I thank everyone for being there. And I think Kate and Jeff win the prize for calling in from their phone, for coming and being hardcore partiers from their iPhone there. So, and what was the other? Oh, so before, oh wait, I was going to say this too. I'll keep this screen on because it's so pretty. All these smiling faces. We applied for a grant a few months ago. I saw this grant opportunity through another UU congregation that had got a bequeath to help other congregations. And we got a grant to fund better air circulation and purification in our sanctuary and to work on our front door to make it ADA compliant. So that is some good news. So even though we're not in the building, that means over the next few months, we will be able to do a little work and get the sanctuary ready for our return. Very exciting. So I welcome everyone into this time apart from time. I hope that today and every day you will be inspired by the words of James Villa Blake, who wrote in 1894, "Love is the spirit of this faith, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another." Welcome. Thank you, Catherine, for that beautiful prelude by Amy Beach. We now light our chalices.
We light this chalice in grateful, loving community.
Even in the darkest of times,
its flame light paths
to courage, justice, and hope.
Our opening words this morning come from Robert Schumann, Opus 39, number 6, Bewitching Distant Landscape. The treetops rustle and quiver as though at this hour, about the ruined walls, the ancient gods were making their rounds. Here, beyond the myrtle trees, in the quiet shimmer of twilight, what are you telling me? Confused as in dreams, fantastic night. The stars all shine upon with the glow of love. The far horizon speaks ecstatically as if of great happiness to come. Let us worship together. We will say our unison affirmation and go straight into hymn number 55, Dark of Winter. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love to all living beings. May we know once again that we are not isolated, but connected in wonder and joy to mystery and miracle in the universe, in this community, and in each other.
Ya da da, ya da da da, ya da 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 da, ya da da, ya da da da, ya da 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 da, ya da da da, ya da da da, ya da da, ya da da da. Dark of winter, soft and still, your quiet calm surrounds me. Let my thoughts go where they will, ease my mind profoundly, and then my soul will sing a song, a blessed song of love eternal, gentle darkness, soft and still, bring your quiet to me. Darkness soothe my weary eyes, that I may see more clearly. When my heart with sorrow cries, comfort and caress me, and then my soul may hear a voice, a still small voice of love eternal. Darkness when my fears arise, let your peace flow through me. Darkness when my fears arise, let your peace flow through me.
Isn't that lovely? Our Not for Children Only this morning is actually a little video I created with the cards and images that people sent in for their holiday greetings. I believe it was Nan Lazinski's idea, so I want to thank Nan for the inspiration. I want to thank everyone who participated. So I encourage you to sit back and enjoy. I invite us all now into our time for compassion and contemplation. This week, I'd like to use a poem from my friend and colleague, the Reverend Sam Trumbore, up in Albany. So I'm going to ask everyone to find a nice, comfortable seated position, lying position, whatever works for you. Take a few deep breaths to get in the zone. I'm going to read his poem, and then we'll take a few minutes of silence, and I'll ring a bell to bring us out of it. Reverend Sam writes, "Let us turn inward now, feel the rhythm of the breath in and out, in and out. Find the peace of just being with the flow of the breath. Letting go of yesterday and tomorrow. Feel the restorative power of the peace of this moment. A peace large enough to open to the concerns and sorrows that trouble us. A stillness quiet enough to respond to the joys and celebrations that enliven us. There is safety here in the rhythm of the breath. The ebb and flow of life is enacted with each one. Taking in oxygen, sustenance, letting go of carbon dioxide, waste. Taking in the fullness of experience, letting go of the residue that wants to cling to us. Cultivate inner peace and inner safety in this sacred space, dedicated to cultivating the spirit of life, dedicated to being a beacon of love for all living beings." This is our final Sunday service for 2020. We made it. Yes. I think that requires some jazz hands. My latest UU thing. Jazz UU hands. It's been a tough year. I know we have all endured disappointments, losses, sadnesses, sorrows. And I also know that there's been many joys and wondrous new things for us. So during this last compassion and contemplation for 2020, I'd like to close out the year with a ritual created by the Reverend Rosemary Bray McNatt, which I came to love at Fourth U, my home congregation. I've done it before, so please join me. I ask you now to call to mind those times of failure and regret over the past year, common to all of us. Remembering in silence those times we have failed to do all that we meant to do, or through our actions failed to be all we were meant to be. We now recall our moments of integrity, those times we have lived into our deepest values and acted as the human beings we always dreamed of being. We choose at this moment to lay down the burden of our shortcomings and grasp the courage to begin anew. Together, we affirm our capacity for goodness and grace, for freedom and purpose and joy. We are not trapped in our past, but freed by creation to live and grow today. And in the spirit of prayer, spirit of life, we ask you to carry our joys and sorrows, our worries, our imaginings, our grief, our losses, our letdowns, our gratitude, and our ability for love and joy. Be with us and all of these things as we enter a season of stillness. Encourage us to listen to our still small voice with gratitude and abundant love. We say, blessed be and amen. Catherine has once again recorded a beautiful piece of music for us to continue our meditation into our offertory. This month, our half plate is being shared with the Boys and Girls Club of Ulster County. I want to encourage I want to first thank everyone for all your generous giving throughout the year. And I encourage you to continue, because I know that lots of these organizations that we partner with are in deep need. There are many ways to give. You could send a check, although we prefer online or via text. If you still have questions about how to do that, I know Karma is willing to answer your questions and help you out. So get in touch. thank you all for your generosity, for the work you do for this community, so that we may serve the greater community. Thank you. So last year, my first solstice service with all of you, we decided to throw together a pageant with the young ones, which was very fun. And then this all happened, and I thought, oh, what can we do this year? Well, we made a movie. So, and a number of you, it's an intergenerational film entitled The Beauty of Darkness. So I'm going to play that. That's our reading in essence, and our pageant. It's all things in one. I hope you enjoy what we've created.
It's December, and everywhere it seems people are talking about holidays and holy days, darkness and light.
Up here in the Catskills, it gets dark around 4:30 in the afternoon and stays dark until 7 o'clock in the morning. That's a lot of darkness.
And there are people who don't like the darkness.
Who fret about it and wish for light. People keep hoping the light will come back, and the light will come back soon.
But what if we actually enjoyed the darkness? What if instead of wishing it away and thinking of it as something negative, we really stepped into it and tried to see the beauty of darkness?
Throughout time, darkness has been here. The night sky, the pitch black dark that we see living here among mountains and trees, is a window into infinity.
The stars that punctuate the night sky,
those little bits of light,
are traveling to us, have been traveling to us for millions of years. They travel through the darkness.
In nature too. Rely
on darkness.
Rely on darkness. And globes
Are asleep in the dark earth over winter.
Are asleep on the earth in the winter. The rest
gives strength and nourishment.
Coming of darkness is also a signal to animals to go and rest. They find caves or dens or burrows to dig into to enjoy the time or respite that winter gives.
And humans, even though we often say things like, I am afraid of the dark, or the darkness makes me sad, which both can be true, can also remember that it is in darkness where we dream.
When we lie in bed, surrounded by darkness, we get to be still. We get to enter into a sacred and peaceful silence. We get to close our eyes and dream.
Winter, darkness, silence. Reminds me of that old Simon and Garfunkel tune. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Forgiving the Darkness by Alice B. Fogel. Darkness is not a death, does not obliterate, will not bury you or take your breath away. Darkness will not erase you the way it erases day with night, because darkness is not the clock, but merely the time falling away from the clock's circular face. Darkness is not the loss, but the thing replaced. Not the hammer, but the nail in its curved emergence from the wood's grasp. Not the storm's insurgence, but the limbs broken off from their miraculous suspension in a storm out far beyond us. Darkness is not about hearts, imperfect as they are, but what leaks through their incorrigible doors. Not the stars, but the glissade or glide of their dusts. Darkness no longer shields the hunter's musk in search of you, or turns you to animal prey. It is only a measure of weight or days, not something without a beginning or an end, and it is not even, especially not, an end. Nor is it vertigo, nor the whole, but merely a piece. No, darkness is but a ghost of an idea, the least remembered, most estranged prayer. And your fear, but a lingering limbic fear, torn from shreds of forgotten years. Only that much is clear.
Darkness is a symbol and manifestation of so many wondrous things. Unknowing, divinity, the ineffable, that which is far, far greater than ourselves, infinity, the universe.
Darkness has beauty. Darkness can give us
rest, peace, and silence.
So we may listen to our innermost thoughts.
Thank you, everyone, for helping me create that. And we're going to have some special music before I go into my reflection. So Constance is going to perform Yule, Winter Solstice, by Anonymous, although often attributed to Lisa Teal.
Very good. That's a perfect way of expressing it, Elisa.
Enter the night, and you'll find the light that will carry you through your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinite possibilities. On the longest night, we search for the light, and we find it deep within. Open your eyes to embrace what is wise, and see the light of your own soul shining. Enter the night, and you'll find the light that will carry you to your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinite possibilities. Wrap up in the cloak of starry darkness, my child, and you'll find the center of all things. For from this place of the deepest dark space, life eternal does spring. So enter the night and you'll find the light that will carry you to your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinite possibilities. So when you find that spot, when you dream in the dark, hold it close to your heart and know all that you see is all you can be when you give birth to the dreams of your soul. So enter the night and you'll find the light that will carry you to your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinite possibilities. Enter the night and you'll find the light. Enter the night and you'll find the light. Enter the night and you'll find the light.
Thank you, Constance. Kind of a perfect song for this. So I'm going to open my reflection with another poem. As you can tell, I've been in poetry mode lately, I guess, by Reverend Bill Neely, entitled Nighttime January. But it sure works well in December as well. When breath catches in the crisp night air, and sight turns to stars, mind to moon, silence asserts itself, breathing the beauty of night into being. Silence, breathing beauty alive. Each new night, without effort, without planning, turns eyes from task to sky, feet from stride to stillness, thoughts from next to now. Each new night turns endings into beginnings, holds its splendor in the awe of silence, in wordless, voiceless reverence. The ancient night knew each eve, turning, the proud to humility, the sure to wondrousness, the clamorous to quiet. The noise of days recedes into a gentle, dark embrace, exhaling into crisp silence, held by night, new and old, embracing beginnings again. I've been enjoying reading poetry about darkness and winter and stillness for the past few weeks. It has helped me rethink and reimagine what the winter solstice means to me. I have historically, as many of us have on this particular Sunday, focused on the returning of the light. But this year, I'm digging into darkness. I have a hard time with darkness and have for years. I use a light box to address my seasonal affective disorder. So yeah, I am one of those people who tends to get upset when it's dark at 4:30 in the afternoon. Or maybe I used to be. See, when I lived in New York City, nighttime at 4:30 was a real drag. Having to schlep all over the city with the kid or to my evening jobs in the dark for 4 more hours in December really made me long for daylight. It was rough. But then we moved up here. And while the 4:30 sunset was still a drag in some ways, I began to see it differently. I'll say I'm not a fan of driving in the dark, so the early nighttime bummed me out in that way. And I can say that my cats, who have grown accustomed to being able to stay outside until dusk, are now definitely mad at me that dusk and inside happens so early. They also don't seem to be too keen about all this snow either. But I have found living up here where the pace is slower, where there are no street lights, where dark is dark, the shorter days take on a different meaning, as do the longer evenings. This year especially, where we are even more limited in what we can do in the world, I've come to embrace the wonders of an early setting sun. The stillness and quiet that comes when the darkness settles in. It's quite beautiful, really. I guess it's all about perspective. We can still long for the daylight to become extended, but we can also enjoy the darkness and embrace it in a way that allows us to slow down, to listen, to hear and see things we might normally miss. And as our Beauty of Darkness movie said, when we slow down, when we allow the silence, peace, stillness of darkness to enter into our consciousness, we can listen to our inner voice. We can dream. We can understand things differently. So tomorrow marks the official beginning of winter, the winter solstice, the shortest day, the longest night. Starting tonight or sometime in the wee hours of the morning, take a moment to remember the beauty of darkness. The power darkness and stillness has to refill us, to give us rest, to help us connect with whatever we conceive of as the divine, to slow down and just be. I encourage you to look into the night sky and call forth your inner 8-year-old and just wonder. Allow that wonder to transform into awe and gratitude. Unlike our ancient forebears who, when living in the darkness of winter, were unsure of what comes next, we know the light is returning. We know the days will get longer. We know the sun will continue to rise and bless us with her light and warmth. Those days are coming. Let's use this winter solstice and the darkness to light our inner lights, full of reverence, gratitude, and love of community. Let's kindle those inner flames together. And I'm going to close with another poem entitled Come We Now Out of the Darkness by Annie Forster. A forest of red and orange paper star lanterns in the dark. Come we now out of the darkness of our unknowing and the dusk of our dreaming. Come we now from far places. Come we now into the twilight of our awakening and the reflection of our gathering. Come we now all together. We bring, unilluminated, our dark caves of doubting. We seek, unbedazzled, the clear light of understanding. May the sparks of our joining kindle our resolve, brighten our spirits, reflect our love, and unshadow our days. Come we now. Enter the dawning. Our closing song is actually a performance by a UU musician who goes by Leah, and it's entitled Honor the Dark.
Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark as you do the light. Receive the gifts that come to us by day and by night. I choose to honor the dark, uncertainty and change. Deliver us from fear until only love remains. Honor the dark.
Isn't that great? I love that. Our closing words are A Blessing of Darkness and Light by the Reverend Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Delicate branches at night surround the light of the moon. Blessed is the dark in which our dreams stir and are revealed. Blessed is the dark of earth where seeds come to life. Blessed are the depths of the ocean where no light shimmers, the womb of all earthly life. Blessed is the light into which we awake, the light that sparkles on the waters, that calls the tree forth from the seed, and calls the shadow forth from the tree. Blessed are we as we move through darkness and through light. I encourage everyone to switch to gallery view if you know how to do that. And I would, I'm sorry, I'm doing a few things at once here. Okay, there we go. So, before we extinguish our chalice, I just want to wish everyone a happy and beautiful solstice. We celebrate that in our house, so I just want to share that. I encourage everyone to slow down, take some time and rest and peace and stillness for yourself. I also encourage you to stay connected, reach out to members of this UU Catskills community and others. Pick up the phone, do whatever it takes to make you feel okay. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be laying low. I think the universe is telling me it's time to rest because out of nowhere 2 days ago, I started losing my voice entirely for no good reason, no other symptoms except losing the voice. So I will be on call, which means if there's an emergency, so I will be checking email and my phone messages, but we're really just going to go into a bit of a torpor for a couple of weeks here. Or at least I am. So I thank you for the grace of letting me be able to do that. We are going to go into breakout rooms, and I hope people will stick around. It's a great way to meet one another and meet other new people. So I'm going to split us into those, and then I'm going to come bouncing around into those. Are we having children's chapel, Jane? No. All right. So we're just going to mix everybody up. Maybe we'll even try and do 2 rounds where we'll talk for 10 minutes and then we'll do another group so you got time to meet even more new people. Wouldn't that be fun? It's sort of like a game show version of Coffee Hour. All right. So I want to thank everybody for sticking in, hanging in there on this Zoom endeavor. We're going to do it again in 2021, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone who helped create, who did your parts for the video. I want to thank the universe for giving me some kind of skills to make video editing a thing. Who knew that was ever going to be part of my skill set? So, they don't teach us that in seminary. I hope I will see you all on Christmas Eve, whatever form that service takes. I miss you all. I'm happy that I'm getting to see some of you through these community circles and other hangouts, but I still miss seeing you in a real space in real time, or, well, this is real, but you get what I mean. I love you all. I want you to have a wonderful holiday season, whatever way it shows up for you, and a happy new year. I will keep writing things in the newsletter, so make sure you read the newsletter and the weekly update. We are going to extinguish our chalice in our newfangled attempt of a communal talk, communal unmuting. So unmute yourselves, find your chalice, get your chalice. If you can't unmute, we'll come for all of you. Our chalice extinguishing words together. I hope you're all getting to know, and we'll figure out we can post.
I don't know. Oh, there she is, right in the middle there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's Olga.
Hi, there's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hey, look at that.
Hi, Karen.
Time to chat.
This is so awesome, isn't this? It's Vicky, right? Yeah.
Light of truth. So warm
Community,
but not
commitment. These we carry in our hearts
until we are together again.
Look at that, he's got a halo.
That's hilarious.
You I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Say something. Say hi.
All right, I had a mute for that one. Thank you, everybody. So now, unmute, scroll through. It takes me a couple minutes to get the breakout room. Say hello, but remember that.
Yes.
Well,
nice halo, Austin. Hey, Rob. Hi, Rob. Hi, Teresa. Don't know if you can hear us.
I love your head here.
Hi. Hi, Angel.